Most commonly, you'll see that many acupuncturists will utilize a tube, or doctors of acupuncture and medicine will use a tube through to pop the needle in. There's an old story, a Japanese doctor, or becoming a doctor, didn't really know how to needle very well free-handed, so he was messing with some bamboo, and besides cutting himself, he realized that he could actually use the bamboo tube to pop the needle in, because he thought, he was very ashamed that he couldn't do any freehand needling. I do both. A lot of times the skin is so inflamed because a lot of us have inflammatory conditions like chronic stuff going on with their diet, so or they just have a trauma, so their skin is like rubbery. It's like as if you're pushing on a trampoline and you can't penetrate the skin, and if you do, it kind of hurts. So having a tube can help, and that is a part of a lot of the training I did for Japanese acupuncture. The freehand style, you're going to be, of course, disinfecting or cleaning off the area, and your hands are disinfected, finding the point itself, and this is the 11th point on the small intestine meridian, right on the infraspinatus, one of the rotator cuffs. So I find the point, always stay connected to the patient the whole time, never taking my hands off. Using a freehand technique, I had the patient breathe in and then exhale very quickly into the skin. Pretty much painless. Sometimes the area can jump, we call that de qi, which is the arrival of the qi, and the person may get a little bit of a startle. So the idea is not to continuously traumatize the area, but to connect with the point itself. What I'm doing now is using Artemisia annawai on the needle, and this is called moxibustion, where before we had infrared lights, we are burning this plant called Aya to basically send chi and energy, and the needle itself is a spiral handle, and so as you're heating up, that heat or that energy is moving down into that point and also back out of that point, depending on the technique that one might be doing. We are going to light the area. And you might have seen some martial art movies. There's a Steven Seagal movie where I actually met the gentleman that set up the whole scene, where he has these lit up all on his shoulder just set for healing. And so this is really sending warmth and energy, and this is going to help to open up the rotator cuff, or the small intestine meridian, that starts right here at the little finger and goes up the ulnar line and goes up through the shoulder and up through here. And this is really common area that we use to open up the back for people that have back pain or that have a lot going on in their life. The small intestine is the organ that separates pure from impure, not just food, but also your thoughts, your day-to-day thoughts. So with this, the patient's always available to say, hey, if it's too hot or what have you. Some people will do direct moxa on the skin itself, and that's very effective too, where you're basically creating little points. So instead of utilizing here, let's say we're going to use this point here, I can put it directly on the skin itself, and then, like I did before, light the area. As soon as it gets hot, I can basically pull it off. And that's called moxibustion, another aspect of traditional Oriental medicine.